What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Sirr Love from Phase 6. Here's another snippet from Chasing Greatness. Someone else reached out to me. Justin Maynard, the soul teacher from Birmingham. So you're thinking about putting me on... Oh, I think we might have talked already. Yes, sir. I recorded... This person was... reached out to me before to get on the podcast and wanted to reach out. Let's talk to him. You know, he said he's looking for a manager, which means he's trying to figure some things out. His name is Justin Maynard. He's from Birmingham. I'm not going to tell you I'm the hardest out because I know just about everybody is, but I will tell you once you get me in the studio with the right engineers, you'll never hear nothing like me again. That's a dope introduction line. This bio continues on. Just turned 23. A lot of positive energy coming out of Alabama. Let's call the kid, see what he's talking about. You might have All right, we got some ringing.
Yeah, just one more time. Hello?
Hello, may I speak to Justin?
Yeah, this is him. Who is this?
Yo, Justin, what's good? This is Sirr Love from Phase 6. How you feeling, man?
Oh, hey, I'm good. I'm good, man. Yeah, I'm fine.
That's what's up.
Hold up. Let me get in a little quiet area, man. Hold on, man. What's going on?
Nothing much, brother. I saw you reach out to me on the chat line, and I'm doing something mad different. So I started a podcast, and you technically are on it right now. You are one of the few that will be on one of the first episodes. No one knows we're doing this right now because we haven't released any of them. But I have been reaching out to people randomly that reach out via the chat, and I've been, trying to get an understanding of what's going on, answering their questions, seeing if I can help them out. I see you reached out saying that you're looking for management, and it seems like you had some other questions, and so I wanted to take 10 to 15 minutes just to see if I could, help you out a little bit and give you some guidance on what to do, man. How you feeling?
Okay. I'm feeling pretty good, man. Where should we start, man?
You tell me, man. I read your the bio that you submitted. Thank you for filling out the whole thing. Some people don't think this thing is real. And
right.
You filled out the whole thing, and you filled out the form, wrote your name and all that information. And, I prefer that because it gives me an idea of who you are and makes me want to, call you, because otherwise I just get a bunch of random messages, man. And so, I appreciate that. And I appreciate you watching the channel, watching the show, and trusting, me and my team with the information that we're providing you. But, you say you're out here looking for management, and I'm assuming you're trying to take your career to the next level. So where are you right now? Where are you trying to go? What's going on?
I got you.
Give me an update.
Well, yeah, I wasn't. Well, honestly, man, I've been watching you for about 2 years, actually. On and off, I've been watching you for about 2 years, and over the time span, like I've been pursuing this career for a minute. And where I'm at right now is I'm trying to put together my team. I basically have the production team together, if you will. That's between me and my producer. But I mean, the things where I like in right now, I guess, is constant mixing, mastering, per se. Honestly, when I think about my problems, it always boils down to a financial level. Because I feel like as an artist, as a talent, as a writer, I'm ready in all those fields. But as far as the ability to create my machine, if you will, is lacking in a few areas. But I feel like with where I'm at as an artist and the influence that I had. Now, my influence isn't really showcased on my social media, if you will. My following on Facebook is pretty decent. That's part of it, but Instagram, Twitter could be doing a whole lot better. My stories, that's where I really kind of latch on, because I can get about 100 views a day on that But it's small time stuff. But as far as actually, I have ideas for projects and stuff. I actually have a guy that I'm trying to work with and actually get a part of damn, what team he was he's my videographer, if you will, and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, we're me and him going through financial stuff as well, whatever. But I felt like with a person that could come and hear what my situation was and was willing to help me work out the kinks with what I needed to do to get to where I needed to be. I'm trying to drop a project called Heartbreak Kid by May. May is my birthday, or whatever the case may be, and I want to use the rest of this time span to be able to drop maybe 2-3 singles a month, predicated to this particular concept that I have. I have a lot of music. I've been recording for years, honestly. I'm sitting on a lot of music, but I'm real disorganized as well with the stuff. I'm kind of taking it day by day and trying to just get out there. I just know from the... Go ahead.
Yeah. I appreciate the context and background. How much have you released right now? Like, what's on the market right now? How many EPs? How many songs?
I only officially released one single, and that's called Legend.
And how well did it do? How many plays you got on it?
Well, on Spotify, I got like a bit above 1,000.
Okay.
Apple Music's real poor. Google's real poor. Everywhere else real poor. The video, I released a video on it too as well. That got about at this point like 200 views over a time span of a month. So.
Okay. So it sounds to me like at this point you just now putting your toe in the market. You're just sampling what the market's going to do. So you got. You've been following my videos. First off, thank you for following us, this long and trusting us to be, part of your career and be advisors from afar. So you built your creative team. Obviously, you've seen the teamwork video that I did where I talked about, how you build your team and what stages come, right? I'm assuming you've seen that video. And you've got a producer already in your pocket, and you've already started creating content. Right now, what you got to do is you got to get people to fall in love with your content. So you've transitioned into the marketing phase of your project and what you're trying to do. And one thought that I have is holding content. I don't agree with it. Content is ever changing. The market is ever changing. People are ADHD. They need to see it. They want it in their face. They want it consistent. They want it all the time. I think you should do a slow drip of your music, release more music more consistently, get more people excited about what you're doing. Really get your brand together, your messaging together, and make sure it's consistent with what you're doing musically. And really see what's going on. You need to take a couple of dollars. It doesn't take much. Get up $500, which anyone can put together $500, and start investing in some playlist platforms and get an idea of who's rocking with you. There's a bunch of playlisting organizations out here that are charging $250, $125. It's down a third for different playlists to be on. Research those playlists before you pay for them. Make sure that the audience and the people that come to listen to that type of music is conducive with what you do. Make sure those playlists don't have a million other artists on there, so to ensure that you're actually going to get heard, that they're real playlists and not people out here just hustling and trying to take your money. And get your numbers up and see how people are responding to your music. Right now, you need feedback. Obviously, you sold the producer. The producer is super excited about what you're doing. You guys created a relationship. The producer is vested in you and feels like you guys can be successful together. That's at least what it sounds like now. If not, you're going to evolve to that point. But right now, you need to get some consumer feedback because you are going to have to invest some money in your craft. Are you working right now?
No.
Is there any particular reason why you're not working right now?
I'm hustling.
Okay. Are you generating revenue right now? Better question. Are you generating money right now?
Yeah.
You need to be taking a large percentage of that money and putting it to the side to do what you envision to do. All right? Example. And this is going to be a real life example. I made a commitment that I'm going to pay off all college debts, pay off my house, all car notes, all whatever in 365 days. I made that personal commitment. When I looked at what it was going to require for me to do that, I realized that I was going to have to channel over 80% of my revenue toward that target in order to achieve that goal. Right? which means I have to sacrifice and live on 20% of my revenue, which means things that I used to do, I can't do no more. I got to make those type of sacrifices to hit my personal goal, right? It's going to take me a year. I'm going to have to sacrifice and live like nobody else does for a year so I can live like nobody else does afterward. Now, after that year, I'm going to be out here looking like super stunner. You know, I probably ain't going to move like that, but that's how I'm going to be living. But I'm going to have to sacrifice for 365 days in order to achieve my goal. And I'm an individual that has sacrificed multiple times for things that I want. I know the power of sacrifice. And if you want to make it in this game, you're going to have to generate revenue. You're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to, and listen to what I just said. I'm talking 80%. Now, I'm not going to get into the particulars of how much I make and how much I got to live on. I got to pay for my family, my house, my this, my that, and my, cars, whatever, right? I'm not talking about all that. I'm just talking about what my sacrifice is going to be. You take anybody on this planet, you say, yo, live on 20% of your revenue, take 80% and throw it somewhere else, and the person going to look at you crazy. Like, how the fuck am I going to do that? That's the sacrifice. That's how hard I go for the things that I want, right? I want to live a life where I don't owe nobody nothing. That's my commitment for 2021. I'm going to live a life I don't owe nobody nothing. When I come out of 2021, I ain't going to owe nobody nothing. Right? And so your commitment's got to be, at the end of whatever time period, I'm going to make this, I'm going to put this record out. It's going to be the dopest shit ever. I'm going to have X amount of dollars to promote my career. How much money do you make? What is the bare minimum that you need to live on? How much can you actually put to the side? What do you got to cut? You got to cut your weed budget. You got to cut your alcohol budget. You got to cut your kicking in at the club budget. You got to kick your whatever the fuck it's going to take. You're going to get a lot of that. You an artist. All you're going to be doing is smoking and drinking and going to the club. You're going to have a whole lot of that. Sacrifice. How long are you willing to sacrifice to stack your cash up to get what you need in order to push your career forward? Because you're going to have to make some major investments. You're going to have to invest in you. Because ain't nobody going to invest in you if you ain't willing to invest in you. You feel that?
Yeah.
I know I'm coming at you crazy. You like, what?
Nah, you ain't coming at me crazy. I've been watching you for 2 years.
I'm like, this is how I move in my real life. I'm telling you, like, bro, you want it? Do you really want it? Like, wanting it ain't going out, I'm gotta buy these clothes because it's gonna, it's a part of my career. Like, people buy what they want to buy and do what they want to do because it make them feel good, and they blame music. Oh yeah, I gotta invest in myself, so I gotta get this Louis Vuitton belt. Fuck that belt. You know what I'm saying? Like that Louis Vuitton belt gonna cost you $400. That's 2 playlists. You want to look like you on, or you want to be on? Like, that's how you gotta think. Like, do I want to look like the guy, or do I want to be the guy? Do I want to look like I got money, or do I want to have money? You got to make that decision financially, right? And this is the perfect time to do it for you at this stage in your career, right? So, and according to what I saw, I think did I read? Did you say you're like 23? Is that what I saw?
Yeah.
So you're mad young. You got a long time to ball. You got a long time for thought and everything else. You got a long time. You know what I'm saying? WAP gonna be here for a minute. You know what I'm saying? So for you, like, you got to make some real sacrifices financially so you can put yourself in a position to invest in yourself. And during that time period, you need to be making some of the dopest fucking content you can possibly make. You need to be stacking up on content. That's musical content, that's visual content, that's imagery, that's photo content. That's, you're stacking up on that, and you're already dripping. I already told you to drip. So you're losing the content as you're stacking the content while you're stacking cash, while you're sacrificing. Everyone asking you, dog, why you looking so bummy? Don't worry about it. You got to be on that. Either that, or you're going to go out and make extra capital and figure out ways to generate more money so you can sustain your lifestyle while investing, which makes your life harder. The quickest way to make revenue is to cut your expenses. The quickest way to increase your profit is to cut your expenses. Quickest way. The quickest way to increase your net worth is to pay off your debt. Hence why I'm doing it. Right? It's the quickest way. So you can talk about schemes to make more money. I'm going to take this $5,000, I'm going to flip it. Or you can take that $5,000, pay off some shit, and then you good, But that's a net worth conversation. For what you're trying to do in investing in yourself, it's all about you stockpiling cash plotting and planning and making a decision. During this time period, you're releasing music on all the platforms, right? So you're using the data from those platforms. You're looking at artists like you, for example. You can look at artists like you, figure out who all of them are. Like, who are the people that Spotify compares you to based off of listeners, right? Research every last competitor that you have. That's your competition. Kobe Bryant said that in one interview that he did, RIP Kobe Bryant, but he said that when he was not ranked high and that no one was looking at him as a person that was going to go the distance. And what he did is he studied every single person above him in the rankings in high school and put them on a target list and decided to intentionally to target how he was going to embarrass these people if he ever saw them in a game. He intentionally looked at all of their stats and decided, I'm going to outperform every last one of these cats. And you got to do the same thing. Who does Spotify compare you to? Targets. I'm going to outperform all of you. What blogs are you on? I'm emailing those blogs twice a week for the next 5 months until they post an article about me. I want to be on every blog you're on. I want to do every stage you did. I want to be on every platform you was on. And I'm going to rigorously attack every single platform until I'm in that space. That's what it takes. Like, that's what it takes at the underground level. I'm blessed to have been in a position where I got to see it at the major level and the underground level. But the underground level is some aggressive shit. Like, you got to be about that life. Like, when I was working with the artists that I was working with, literally, I sent 30 emails every morning. Every morning, I sent 30 emails to random blogs. Most blogs people ain't even heard about. What did that do for me? What did that do for the artists? I tell you what it did for the artists. When promoters came into the city, I got phone calls. I said, how'd you get my information? The promoter said, I called around, and everywhere I called, they said that your artist is the hottest upcoming artist in the city that meets this particular profile, and it's the profile we're targeting. That's why we're calling. I said, where did you go to find that out? Some of them said, we just talked to random people on the streets when we landed. Others would tell me we went to all the local blogs. They weren't going to the top. They weren't going to fucking Fader to find out who we was in the city. What did that turn into? $1,500 check, get on the stage, do a show, 30-minute set. Actually, it was like 20-minute sets. $1,500, $700, $500, $400, whatever it was. That's how we started getting money to reinvest in ourselves. Because I sent 30 emails every day. How did I know who to email? I looked at our competition. I researched our competition. I found out everywhere that competition was getting exposure. And what you find out is that they not like those platforms are regular everyday people that ain't like, you just email a regular person responds. Right. Sent them emails. Here's our EPK. Here's our videos. This is what we're doing. This is my message. This is my story. This is what we're about. We love what you're doing. We love your blog. We love to do an interview. Did so many goddamn interviews with random blogs that no one knew who the fuck they were. But when people came into the city ready to spend a little check on us, next thing you know, we're doing shows out of state. Next thing you know, we're doing shows out of country. Work. Right? So you want this shit, work. That's what it takes. Like, that was super game right there. I don't even know how to, I appreciate you for bringing this conversation out of me, but bro, that's how it worked. You gotta work. I encourage everybody to become a member at phase6.com, PHASEVI.com. Come on over to the website, become a member, soak this game up, keep building your career. There's no other place like it online, in my opinion. Come to phase6.com, become a member, join up with the squad, and let's continue growing. So honestly, if you want to get your voice heard, if you want to get your question answered, send us a message, 404-442-4792.